Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Peace! Peekaboo. I see you because I'm YouTube famous now. Available when? Christmas 2025 BC, the album. Dad, shimmy, shimmy, and rock on gold dust. Woman! Peace! Happy Wednesday! How are you guys doing today? Today, this is a fun video. I've got so many different things to talk about, and I am so excited to make this video. Now, I am a little tired today because the new season of Sister Wives comes out September 15th. So for those of you that do not know, I'm currently binge watching Sister Wives, all 18 seasons. Last year, I was trying to, I did. I binge watched 1,000 Pound Sisters before the new season came out. So I got caught up on 1,000 Pound Sisters. Then I binge watched Vanderpump Rules. I watched, an episode here or there with my husband, but I binge watched all the seasons. I think it was 10 or 11 seasons or 10 seasons before the 11th season came out last year. So I binge watched Vanderpump Rules last year, and my husband and I, and we were in Las Vegas, we tried the very famous Stassi Schroeder goat cheese balls at Vanderpump Gardens, and I'm going to do that review over my review channel. But I binge watched that last year. So this summer, I was like, I'm binge watching Sister Wives. So many people talk about Sister Wives. So last night, I watched 7. So I added up all the different episodes from each season. I was on season 9 last night, but I finished season 9. Now I'm on season 10. So I added up all the different episodes from each season that I had left, and I had 130 episodes, which averages out to 6.8 episodes a day that I have to finish. If I want to get through all the Sister Wives in time for the premiere on September 15th. And I'm gonna do it. I'm going to do it. I don't know how many I'm gonna get. I don't know how I'm gonna get through 6.8 episodes a night, but trust, okay? Last night I watched 7 episodes, so I proved that I can do it. And I finally got to the part where Mary gets catfished. I'm so excited about that. But I'm a little tired today, okay? Because I stayed up late last night watching so many episodes of Sister Wives. And then it was Cousin Fun Day today. So my cousin Caroline came and picked me up, and we ran errands. And we went to the post office. I hadn't been to the post office in a couple weeks, so I had to pick up some packages. I did my PO unboxing over my Peter Does Stuff channel. It's currently uploading right now. But when I went to the post office, there was nobody in there but these 2 women that work there. And this one woman that worked in there, I was like, oh my God. I said, she was like talking, I said, I'm afraid, because whenever I go in there and it's like, there's nobody in there, it's dead, I'm afraid to say, oh, there's like nobody in here, it's dead, because then all of a sudden like 15 people show up, right? So it's kind of like this joke. Well, it was this woman that like I hadn't seen in there for a while, and I said, can I ask you a question? And she said, yeah. And I said, how long have you worked here? And she said, at the post office? She said something like, I've worked at the post office for like 10 years. She said, but I've been at this office for like the last 6 months. I said, oh my God, this is so funny. I said, so I make YouTube videos. So for those of you that don't know, the post office has been kind of like this ongoing joke in my videos for years and years. Because years ago, I did this video called a Post Office Rant. I actually did 2 of them. And people think that I made up the whole thing, but the whole thing was absolutely 100% true. And I was standing in line at the post office, and there was this woman in front of me, and she had like these hunter boots on and this like matching coat, and she was on the phone talking to her friend about coming over for some adult beverages. This is where the whole Jane and Vivian on the drama phone thing, this is where it all started, was from this post office rant. Because she was telling her friend to come over for some adult beverages, and her friend on the phone was telling her that they were going to see a movie. And she said, what movie? And it was Fences. Fences, Jane, Fences. And that's where it all started. But behind me was this woman that was doing out loud the crossword puzzle. And so she was saying like out loud, 3 letters, 12th month, starts with a D. And so she would go January, February, March, May, and she would skip April. And I would go, April. But I didn't want to say it out loud. So finally, it was like, she went through all, and I said, December! It was like, so anyway. So that was like the first post office rant. So the post office has always been like this ongoing joke on this channel for people that have watched this channel for a long time. Especially the movie Fences, Jane, Fences. Can you believe that Denzel Washington acted and directed in it? Oh my God. So anyway, that all came from that. And that video was like, people ask me all the time, they're like, why don't you do Census Lady videos anymore? Because the Census Lady hasn't come back to visit since the last time. If she comes back to visit, or if a census worker comes to visit, trust me, I will do a census video. But I don't make this shit up. This is like stuff that happens to me in real life. It's like the HOA. So all the time on my vlog, I talk about HOA drama. There's all these TikTokers now that are doing HOA drama. I live in it, okay? I live in one of the most tightly run homeowners associations, HOAs, that you have ever seen. And so I regularly talk about the pickleball courts and how somebody, I mean, I live in an older community. Somebody like 80 years old went down in the middle of the night because they wanted both tennis courts to be pickleball courts. And so somebody in the middle of the night, well, I found out later it's two women, they went down there and they taped the pickleball courts. Then somebody was so pissed that they pulled up the tape. And so it was like this huge mystery. Now we know who it all was. But anyway, so that was like the mystery of the summer. And then there was like flowers that were pulled up and replanted at the guardhouse, and people were pissed about that. The swimming pool has been a huge source of HOA drama around the neighborhood. My neighbor's mailbox got knocked down. I mean, it's always like every time my neighbors walk by, there's always HOA drama. And so I talk about it in my vlog. So if you like that kind of stuff, go over to my vlog. Yesterday I talked about how some kids had done like chalk drawings at the pool. And the people in the pool were like going crazy. They're like, can you believe somebody brought their kids up here and did chalk drawings on the cement next to the pool? It was like this huge issue. I took a picture of it to show my friends because I was like, this is so hilarious. And then I showed it on the vlog last night. But anyway, so it's been a busy day. But oh, we went to the post office. And so this woman was in there. I hadn't seen her in quite a while, right? And I said, oh my God, this is so funny. And she was really sweet. Both of the women were really sweet. She goes, what's funny? And I said, so I make YouTube videos. I hardly ever tell anybody that when I'm out, right? Like I said, so I make YouTube videos. And I said, and I've made a couple videos where I talk about the post office. And she was like, oh, like, what do you say? And I said, look, real funny stuff. And they were laughing. And so I said, but what's so funny is, I said, I talked about you in one of my videos. I said, you're kind of famous. And she goes, what do you mean you talked about me? And I said, it was about 6 months ago. I think it was like your first day that you were here. And I said, it was packed when I came in. And I said, and you were standing here and there was a woman that was asking you questions. And I said, and you said to the woman, I'll never forget this because I was standing in line. It like cracked me up so much because I was like, she was running this place. And she was like, ma'am, can you step to the side? Next person, please. Welcome to the post office. Do you remember when I did that in the video? Well, it was her today, right? So she started laughing. She's like, you talked about me in a video? And I was like, yeah. I said, I have got to mention this update that you are here. She's like, I'm here full time now. I said, okay, can I mention you? She's like, you can use my name and everything. So Crystal, you are fantastic. You are running the post office like nobody's business. She was cracking up. She was like, I said, yeah, you kept on pushing people to the side because they would come up there and ask you questions. You'd say, ma'am, you need to fill that paperwork out to the side. Next person, please. Welcome to the post office. I mean, she had it. She was running things, right? She was laughing so hard. And I said, I talked about you all throughout this video. They're like looking me up on the Insta. She's like, what's your name on Instagram? I was like, well, it's not on Instagram. It's on YouTube. And she's like, okay, well, I'm going to find it. She's like, all this kind of stuff. She was so sweet. So Crystal and Gigi at the post office, I just want to say thank you for just making my day today because they were so fantastic and they were so sweet. And I got my packages at the post office. And I just did my unboxing over on my Peter Does Stuff channel. So anyway, oh, and I just want to say, for those of you that didn't watch my video yesterday and don't know that my stuff was stolen at the pool in Las Vegas and my credit card was used at Sephora across the street at the Miracle Mile Sephora, so many people, unbeknownst to me, contacted Sephora corporate on behalf of me. I just want to say, I was going to kind of just let the thing go, to be honest with you. Like, the charges had been, you know, like, fraudulently claimed and all that kind of stuff. Like, I kind of let it go. Like, I mentioned it in a couple videos, and I was like, just let it go, right? But so many people had a lot to say in the video yesterday, which I thought was very, very interesting. Sephora corporate, because so many people contacted them, I just want to say, they reached out to me. So I've been on the phone with Sephora corporate today, and they were extremely, extremely nice to me. Sephora corporate was, I mean, this woman kept on saying, I'm giving you a virtual hug. Like, I feel so bad that this happened to you, not to mention you were treated so rudely. She was like, I'm literally right now, like, I'm getting the district manager online, all this kind of stuff. So I just want to say to the 3 girls that treated me so disrespectfully at Sephora, I was actually going to let the whole thing go. And I just thought, because I like walked away and I thought, I mean, I was pissed, but I was like, well, maybe they're having a really bad day. I don't know, you know? But I was having a really bad day. I mean, my phone had been stolen, my AirPods had been stolen, my Icon hat had been stolen, and my credit card had been stolen, and it had been used at your store where there was nobody in there 10 minutes before. So you could have at least told me what that person looked like. But I was having a really bad day, and your only thing that you said to me as I walked out the door was, have a good day. So what I have to say to you 3 girls at Sephora, as I just got off the phone with Sephora corporate that was not happy about how I was treated as a long-term customer of Sephora. And I just want to say to you 3 girls that on today, I hope that you have a great day the same way that you wished me one on one of the shittiest days of my life. I just want to say that. And to all of you people out there that contacted Sephora corporate on my behalf, I really greatly appreciate it. I was just going to let it go. I mean, it was $130 and I had already like fraudulently claimed it, like, you know, so the credit card company was taking care of it. But I was just going to let it go. But I wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update. So anyway, you never know, like, when you like meet somebody, because I said to a woman at corporate, she was so nice to me. And she was like, can you kind of walk me through what happened? And so I told her what happened. And I said, you know, the thing is this, is I said, I don't say to things to people, you know, like I do YouTube videos. Like I don't say that to people, right? I said, so when they saw me come in, I'm sure they just saw like a 50-year-old plus man, you know, just coming in there and demanding like somebody use my credit card. I said, but I was very, very nice. I said, pull up the footage. It's like reality TV. I said, if you have footage in that store, pull up the footage of the interaction. You'll see how nice I was to them. I said, I was very, very nice and they were very, very rude to me. And I said, and to be honest with you, I have spent, they didn't know this, I said, but I have spent thousands of dollars at Sephora. I said, I have been a longtime customer of Sephora. I said, I don't even shop at Ulta anymore because Ulta has supported so many problematic beauty influencers. And she said, well, how do you know that? And I said, because this is what I have a YouTube channel and I talk about this stuff on there. And she started laughing. She's like, that's kind of funny that they didn't even, I said, well, people suggested that maybe, nobody in that store connected me. Like people were like, well, maybe they thought you, James, nobody was like connecting that was not what this was about. Okay. I don't know what this was about, but those girls, if it was one of them that was having a bad day, maybe. If it was 2 of them that were having like really shitty days, I get it. But all 3 of them that were that rude to me, I mean, I told her on the phone, I said, I understand. I live in Indianapolis. Indianapolis Sephora, I know, has nothing to do with Las Vegas Sephora. And I said, and there's several stores out there that don't have anything to do with each other. I'm not going to take the way that I was treated in one store and compare it across the board. I said, I really thought like, well, maybe I'll never go to Sephora again, you know? But I said, I'm not going to blame other stores for how I was treated by 3 girls in one store. I just don't think that that's fair. I said, but I will tell you, I said, I talked about it in a video yesterday, and I said, I got a lot of comments from people saying how rudely they were treated by Sephora. And she said, can you tell me what that video is so I can read those comments? And I said, yeah, absolutely. And she was like, we don't want anybody to be treated rudely at Sephora. I said, I've never really been treated rudely at Sephora before. I said, in fact, I have friends of mine that work at Indianapolis Sephora. I said, I've always been treated just gloriously at Sephora. I said, so to be treated that way on a day that all my stuff had been stolen, I said, and furthermore, I said, I was trying to inform them that somebody had used my credit card so that they would know who it was in case that person tried to come in and use another credit card and they didn't care. I said, so those are the people that are protecting your store in Las Vegas. And she goes, no, we needed to know that. And she goes, and I really appreciate it. She said like 3 times. She's like, I'm sending you a virtual hug. So to all those people that reached out there to corporate Sephora, I wasn't going to deal with it, but you know, I was just going to let it fly. But I guess the world had other plans. So anyway, to those girls out there, I hope you have a good day. I do. I hope you have a good day. Peace out. So anyway, let's get into today's video. We're going to talk about Manny and Laura today. Oh my God. Are Manny and Laura a drama channel now, or have they been for quite some time? So let me get into my notes right here. Manny and Laura are drama channels now. That's what's going to be my title, but I don't know. We'll change it. But before I get into this, I do want to say, it was probably 2 weeks ago, I did this video talking about Manny and Laura on their Full Coverage podcast, which is the most ill-researched, no accountability, poor guests that they, like, have Jaclyn Hill come on there and spill a bunch of lies, and they're like, oh, we love you, Jaclyn, oh my God. It's constantly that, right? And it's just, they agree with everything that is problematic. I still take issue to this day with the fact that they did this video about Colleen Ballinger, blamed the victims, blamed Adam McIntyre in that video, okay? I mean, Laura was like, wasn't this dealt with 4 years ago? They did absolutely no research on that video, okay? Now, I want to make this very, very clear. The reason they took the video down wasn't because they didn't do the research. Well, I guess we don't know why they took the video down, because to this day, they've never addressed taking the video down. But I watched it in real time because I wanted to see how they would handle it, because I watched the podcast. The podcast was up for several hours before they did anything about it. So I watched the podcast like within the first 3 or 4 hours. And at that time, they were so ignorant on it, on their stance. I mean, Manny Mua said he felt sorry for Colleen Ballinger. You felt sorry for her. You felt sorry for a woman with predatory allegations against her and evidence to that, Manny. Oh, well, that's not a far stretch, because you felt sorry for James Charles too, right? That had been predatory towards 2 minors, but you're okay with that, right? Okay. So anyway, they did this whole podcast. Laura said that she thought it had been dealt with 40 years ago. I mean, they're literally talking about topics that they have absolutely no knowledge of and don't do any research whatsoever. Now, this is important, okay? Because I've been a drama channel now. This week, I think, will be 8 or 9 years that I've been a drama channel. So 2016. Yeah, this is my 8-year anniversary coming up this weekend. September 1st was my very first drama channel that I ever posted. So September 1st is my 8-year anniversary. I've been covering drama on my drama channel for 8 years, okay? I get called out for stuff all the time. For example, on my Peter Watches TV channel the other day, I just covered the Lacey Peterson documentary on Netflix and the Scott Peterson documentary, Face to Face, that was just came out 2 days after that on Peacock. In my Lacey Peterson documentary, at the end of it, of the reaction to it, I announced that the Innocence Project had picked up Scott Peterson's case, okay? And because I read an article, and the article said, the title of it was Innocence Project. Well, I was going to cover that when I covered the Scott Peterson case. Within like a half an hour of my video being posted, I got like 3 comments on the video that said it's actually not the Innocence Project, it's the LA Innocence Project. They're 2 separate entities, right? And so in my next video, I said, several people brought this to my attention. I even commented on one of the videos, and I said, or one of the comments, and I said, thank you for letting me know, because I didn't know that there was a difference between the 2. I went in and I researched it, and I looked to see that there's absolutely 100% a difference between the Innocence Project and the Los Angeles Innocence Project. And actually, the Innocence Project wants no alignment with the Los Angeles Innocence Project because of their defensiveness over Scott Peterson. So it's a huge issue, right? And so I got in the very next video and I explained that I was wrong about that and what I had found out through my research. So for years, and that's on my Peter Watches TV channel, that's not on this channel, okay? For years, for 8 years, when drama channels get something wrong in a video, in fact, actually Manny and Laura have demanded this from drama channels, that when we have gotten things wrong, that we come out and correct ourselves. But Manny and Laura get something so wrong, okay, in a video where you're talking about predatory behavior towards minors, and they get it so wrong, don't do the research, that they, number one, when they start getting called out about it on the video, okay, on their own podcast, that they just disable the comments. So you can't leave a comment anymore. Well, that was up for about 2 hours where people were watching it, but they couldn't leave a comment anymore, okay? They disabled comments because they couldn't handle the criticism, something that Manny and Laura have proven over time that they can't handle the criticism, right? Okay. So then after that, what they did was about 2 hours later, they just took down the podcast. They just deleted it, okay? Never came out and addressed it. I honestly, at the time, thought that they would get in the next video and they would, or the next podcast, because Laura was like, I don't know Colleen Ballinger. People, I mean, she was very arrogant in the video. She was like, people keep on saying that I need to address this, but I don't know Colleen Ballinger. I've never met Colleen Ballinger, which is true. Laura Lee didn't know Colleen Ballinger, but what Laura Lee didn't do is she didn't do her research, okay? Manny Mua had actually done, at that time, several videos with Colleen Ballinger as Miranda sings, videos where he was very problematic in them. And if you go back and you watch those videos, you'll see that those Miranda sings videos that are targeted towards a younger audience, a juvenile audience, that Manny Mua is making very sexual jokes, okay, with this character Miranda Sings that is targeted towards minors. Manny Mua, who also has aligned himself with James Charles, who has predatory allegations, that he took accountability for himself and then took the video down, saying that he had victims that were minors. So Manny Mua now has 2 close people in his life that have predatory allegations, and Manny doesn't feel like he needs to come out and speak out about it. Now, I have said this in videos for a while, but I've let a lot of it slide with Manny. There are a lot of people that I feel like should come out and talk about Colleen Ballinger. I think that Joey Graceffa, absolutely 100%. He and his ex, Daniel Prada, can get in a video and they can talk about Shane Dawson. They can talk about Jeffree Star, but they sure as shit won't talk Colleen Ballinger, right? Daniel Prada did. Daniel Prada got in a video and he said, and it was interesting because somebody put in one of my comments the other day, I haven't talked about Daniel Prada in a minute, okay? So don't say I'm constantly talking about him because I haven't talked about him in a minute. But somebody said you can't have Predator without Prada, which I thought was kind of interesting. But anyway, so, but they get in a video and he does an interview of him. He talks about Connor Franta. That's where the Connor Franta clip comes from, where Daniel Prada said he was the most boring person on YouTube. And then they talk about Shane Dawson and they talk about Jeffree Star and calling him a bunch of sociopaths and things like that. But they can't address Colleen Ballinger at all. Daniel Prada did a 6-minute clip at the end of it and said that he would do better, and then 2 days later was at a launch with James Charles. I'm not really sure how that's doing better when you just traded one predator for another, okay? So all these people continue to help and aid the careers of predators, and they don't have any issue with that, right? When in Hollywood, if this was Kevin Spacey or anybody like that, you would literally be blacklisted, okay? Period, end of story. You would be blacklisted in Hollywood. You would not work again. But on YouTube, it's a different story. On YouTube, apparently, you can surround yourself with a bunch of predators, and you can support those predators, and that's completely fine, right? Now, I think that Manny Mua should come out, and I think he should address his own behavior in videos with Colleen Ballinger, where he was being, sexualizing, being sexualized in videos that were aimed towards minors. I think Manny should address his own behavior in those videos, but he hasn't yet. What they did was, they responded just by taking down the video. They never responded to it. They've never addressed it to this day. They've never said anything about why they took down their video, not doing their research in the video. They've never addressed it to this day. But what did they address 2 weeks ago, mind you? They addressed people coming for them in their comment section over their set, okay? People in their set, and I did a whole video about it, that people in their comment section, they changed up their set of their podcast, okay? They did have like a couch and 2 seats. Now they have 2 seats and a table. And people were saying that it looked like a dentist office. It looks like a dentist office, okay? I'm sorry to tell you that, but it looks like a dentist office. And I even said in my video, I said, if I got like as many comments as they got, and people said, I do not like this comforter that you have on your bed. And Claire was so nice. Now, she didn't comment on this the last time I talked about it, but Claire was so nice that she said, I actually, it's not the kind of duvet cover that I would pick, but you do you, this duvet cover. And I said, that was so nice that she upgraded me, because this is actually not a duvet cover. This is a $14.99 blanket from Costco. But I appreciate Claire so much thinking this is a fancy duvet cover. No, ma'am. There is a gray, here, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a gray comforter underneath it. And then this is just a $14.99 blanket from Costco. But I thought that was so nice. But anyway, I said in my video, this is where they're stupid, okay? Because if for me, I would have turned that into a moment, okay? I would have turned that into a moment where if I was getting criticized like a bunch of shit and people were saying, it looks like a dentist's office, it looks like a plastic surgeon's office, is this where you guys go to get all your filler? I love you guys, but you need to change your set. They were so thrown out by those 2 chairs, that fake plant, and that round table. They were like, we spent a lot of money in interior decorating, and we hired, I mean, they were so pissed about people coming for them over this ugly-ass podcast setting, okay? They were so pissed about that. They spent they cannot address their support of Colleen Ballinger, but they have no problem addressing for 20 minutes comments they got over their set. They were so pressed about this, right? Manny Mua that has come out and said that he needs to focus less on Manny Mua, the beauty influencer, and more on his personal life. Girl, you are so bothered with people coming for you over your set. It's ridiculous, okay? You were so, they went on for 20 minutes in this podcast. I watched it. It was laughable. I mean, they are so pissed. We spent so much time and money on that set, girl. on that set. So I gave them some really good advice. I said if it was me, I'd pull a good Annie Mame. If you've never seen that movie, she changes her living room like every new scene in the movie. It's like a new living room, okay? I would have pulled a good Annie Mame. If that many people came for me over my set, I'd have been like, y'all are right. This set is ugly. It does look like a dentist's office. And every time I would like change it. Like I throw like an Afghan over one chair or put a different painting up behind. I would like every time it would be something different. People would live for it. The comments were funny. They weren't mean. People were like, I love you, but I don't love this set. They were nice comments. They were just giving you criticism, you know? And I said in my video, if you're going to get criticism like that, like, work with it. I mean, I'm not talking about 1 or 2 critical comments, okay? That's maybe just somebody that don't like you. I'm talking about 20 comments that are all nicely said to you. If it were me and they went off for 20 minutes on, I mean, I don't watch their podcast that regularly anyway, obviously, about what this video is going to be today. But if I was somebody that regularly watched their video and I was like giving them constructive criticism over like, I do not like this podcast setup, but I love you guys and I love watching you. And then they came out for 20 minutes. I can tell you, that'd be the last podcast of theirs I'd ever watch, okay? And it's not like, I mean, y'all could be begging for some views. I'm just going to say, okay? You could be begging for some views. But then it was kind of brought to my doorstep a little bit. And I was like, you know, maybe I kind of understand a little bit what they felt like. So for those of you that don't know, okay, I just went to Las Vegas, Nevada for my anniversary. Thank you so much. But before I did this Treat Beauty haul over my Peter Does Stuff channel. And I got this Treat Beauty Unicorn Kisses iridescent color because I wanted to try to use something different instead of always lip gloss. So this is the, it's purple. It smells like grape, okay? Oh, this is the lip balm that I have been using in my videos. Now, it must appear differently because I'm tan. So these are some of the comments that I received on my video yesterday with this lip balm. Okay, I would like to read to you some of these comments now. Hold on a second. Somebody said, where is it at? Hold on a second. I got all these pictures of Manny and Mua. The only thing, hold on a second. Somebody said, in celebration of Vanderpump Rules, Brittany Cartwright, she is serving Jax Taylor with divorce papers. Peter is giving Brittany's mom's frosted lips and tan combo, and we are here for it. Okay, the next comment. Where's the next comment? Hold on a second. Peter, your blood flow to your lips is non-existent. An anniversary to remember. Okay, those are some frosty lips, Peter. I got, that lip is giving limited to store circa 1990 to 2000, and I'm here for it. If the powdered donut look is what you're going for, by all means, do you, but maybe try glazed instead. Wouldn't be a good Judy if I didn't say something, okay? It goes on and on and on. I got all these. Peter, as a friend, I just got to say, that lip gloss is a little crazy, LOL. And there are 4 replies underneath here. Had to be said, it probably looks different in person. The camera makes it look wacky. I thought he was doing a bit at first. Somebody said, I thought I was seeing things at first, but it looks like he ate a powdered donut, LOL. I think his tan made it stand out even more. I got so many comments about this lip balm yesterday. And in honor of Manny and Laura going off about all the comments they received about their set, I watched back my video yesterday with this fantastic $14.99 lip balm, which is called Unicorn Kisses, which apparently instead they should call Powdered Donut, because y'all were fucking 100% right. It looked like I'd eat a powdered donut. So today we're just going to go back to the Clinique lip balm and we're going to pray to Jesus that it does not look like a powdered donut. Y'all were right, okay? You were right about that 100%. See, Manny and Laura, you don't have to go off and complain for 20 minutes about constructive criticism, okay? I watched that video back last night. I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with your lips, dude? Like, seriously, they are so right. It looks like you ate a powdered donut. I was like, oh my God, I'm sending this shit back to Treat Beauty, but I did like it. And you know what is so more embarrassing about this is? I wore that shit all over Las Vegas. My husband kept on looking at me. In fact, we went to this restaurant called Super Frico, and I like pulled it out of my bag. I actually had this lip gloss that I put over it, and the server was sitting there. We talked to her the whole night. She was so fantastic. And so I said to her, I go, it's time, because we were talking to her at the end, and I go, it's time, we're done with dinner, it's time for a little lip gloss. And I put on that powdered donut, I'm going to forever refer to it as powdered donut, the powdered donut lip balm and some lip gloss. And she just looked at me like I was crazy. My husband's already like, don't put that shit on, right? And she's looking at me like crazy, and she's like, oh, I've got some too. And she pulled out Fenty Balm, and I said, oh, I wish I had Fenty Balm. I said, but it kind of gets in the corners of my mouth. And I said, it looks real like kind of waxy on my lips. She kept on looking at me. I had no clue. I went all over in Vegas. Nobody told me that shit looked like a powdered donut. Oh my God. See, Manny and Laura, y'all don't have, like, you can just take the joke and run with it, okay? You don't have to get all bent out of shape because people don't like your dentist office, okay? I'm sorry that y'all are so broke as a joke because you can't sell none of them palettes anymore, okay? Them ugly-ass palettes. You can't sell none of them palettes anymore. So you had to move your podcast. It's nice that I think it's really nice, okay, that Dr. Dentist allows you to sit in his waiting area and film your podcast. I think it's really nice. I don't know if y'all get like free fillings with that, you know, or a free dental cleaning with a podcast, but I think that's really, y'all could have just run with it. If it was me, I would have put a sign in the background that said, welcome to the dentist's office. But I was on a roll and the camera stopped. I was at the 30-minute mark. But I will say, okay, that y'all were 100% right. That lip balm, I love it, but it looks like a powder donut on my lips. True story, it does. So we'll try it again when my tan's faded a little bit. But anyway, okay, I want to get into this Manny and Laura stuff for a second. Okay, so I saw their podcast came up for me, right? And so I looked at it because I had just done this video about Blake Lively and the movie It Ends With Us, right? And in there, I talked about, it was interesting to me because I had watched a lot of commentary channels that they had done videos about Blake Lively and the drama, and that, you know, oh my God, can you believe Blake Lively's getting a lot of drama about this? And the movie, these commentary channels were like, in the movie, did you know it's about DV? Did you know that it's about abusive relationships and Blake Lively is supporting? Hell yes, we knew that. Why? I mean, these Colleen Hoover books have been around for years, okay? I mean, like I said in my video the other day, it's like everybody on the beach, everywhere I go, is reading It Ends With Us, It Begins With Us. And these commentary channels acted like they never even heard of these books before it came out, the movie came out. Colleen Hoover, the author of these books, was just on Watch What Happens Live, okay? She's going on the marketing tour with Blake Lively. So I don't know if these people don't do the research, but I was like, oh, this is interesting now because it's getting a lot of attention. My video didn't do shit, but it's getting a lot of attention, right? This Blake Lively drama, because she's supporting a movie. It's about DV and all this kind of stuff. Apparently there's a song in it. I haven't looked that deeply into it, but somebody came out and said, I'm sure you guys know some of this stuff about it. I'm not going to speak to it till I do my research on it, but apparently there's a song that's used, and the person that's in the song has allegations of, like, abuse. I mean, horrific that they would use that song, if that's true. I just saw, like, a tweet about it. Somebody tweeted something about it. I was like, I need to look into this a little bit more. But anyway, so, of course, here it is, Laura, and I'm sure would they go see the movie or something? They get invited to the movie premiere. So they went and saw the movie, and now they're experts on it. I didn't watch their podcast, but what I did notice about it was, I mean, I don't have an hour and 10 minutes. For me, that's 3 episodes of Sister Wives, okay? I'd rather hear about Mary getting catfished, I true story would all day long, than hear about these fools talk about foolish bullshit that they don't know anything about, okay? So I go and I look at this channel title, and if you didn't see Manny and Laura in the title is called It's Over for Blake Lively, It Ends With Us Drama. And I'm like, my Scooby-Doo ears went up, and I was like, And then the next one down is called, well, they have one called Exposing Each Other's Juicy Text Messages. Then the next one is Mr. Beast Just Got Exposed, and It's Bad. And I was like, these are like Drama Channel video titles. Will this influencer lawsuit change social media? The Cody Ko situation gets worse. Brooke and Tana getting sued. Tara Yummy leaves dropouts. Tana called out. Jaclyn Hill aftermath. Tana Mojo exposes everyone on tour. It got messy. Is this the end of Kylie Cosmetics? I mean, it goes on. Northwest canceled for nepotism. I mean, you guys, it's Kendrick Lamar versus Drake rap battle. I mean, it goes on and on and on. And they're all like, what's interesting about it is when you go back, it's like, I mean, top 5 Hollywood conspiracy. I mean, they're podcast titles before that. But in the last 6 months, 2 to 6 months, they're Drama Channel titles. And I was like, you know, I said earlier, and a lot of other people had said it too, Manny and Laura have become a Drama Channel. These are Drama Channel titles. If I read you this title, It's Over for Blake Lively, It Ends With Us Drama. Or if I read you the title, Mr. Beast Just Got Exposed and It's Bad. If I read you the title, The Cody Ko Situation Gets Worse. If I read you the title, Tana Called Out, Jaclyn Hill Aftermath. Are you telling me you wouldn't 100% believe that those are drama channel titles? Those are titles that I would use. Those are titles that my colleagues in the drama community would use. Those are commentary title channels. Those are not beauty influencers having a podcast. That is not, I mean, those are drama channel titles. I don't want to ever hear Manny and Laura in the next scandal that they get themselves in. I don't want to ever hear them say some shit about drama channels like they have said in the past. Y'all are drama channels, okay? Your beauty influencer career is failing. So you've come over for years and years. You wanted to diss drama channels, okay? You wanted to diss drama channels and say that like our careers relied on you. Now you're doing what we've done for years. So you've come over to where we're at, right? So I'm looking into this last night, and I see this this article come up. Hold on, I think I screenshot it. This article come up. It was this interview that Manny had done. Yeah, I took all my screenshots from it. Oh, I didn't take it, but the article, oh, here it is. Watch Manny Mua spill the tea on YouTube drama channels, dating, and friendships. And at one point in here, it says it's a video that he did with Cosmopolitan UK. So if you want to know if Manny secretly works with drama channels, his most embarrassing dating moments, why he got fillers, and what he thinks about people who judge him for it, and the beauty item he thinks is the most overrated, we've got you covered. So I go in there and I watch this video because I'm like, I want to hear what he has to say about drama channels. He's actually very nice in this interview about drama channels. He's talking about that he, like, when drama channels reach out to him and things like that, he's talked to him. I've talked to Manny before. Manny's dad reached out to me and thanked me for being supportive of Manny in the past and things like that. Quickly unfollowed me when I said I was done supporting Manny. Interestingly enough, Manny's dad unfollowed me when I said I could no longer support Manny because Manny supported predators, okay? So that was interesting to me. That was also when Manny unfollowed me and things like that. I mean, I don't really care. I unfollowed all of them anyway. Unfollow me. If you're that pressed because I called you out about supporting a predator, maybe take a look at your behavior. I don't know. I don't know what else to tell you about that, okay? If I'm not going to use, I have said in videos, that Lunar Beauty, last time I said it, people were like, I used it, it's crap lip gloss. I will stand by, that Lunar Beauty Celine lip gloss is hands down the best lip gloss I've ever used in my entire life, and I've tried hundreds of lip glosses, okay? But I'm not going to support somebody if they continue to stand by people like Colleen Ballinger and James Charles, and they're not going to come out and address it at all. I mean, we're not talking about a problematic tweet that was put out one time 10 years ago. We're not talking about, somebody, indirectly doing one video or whatever. We're talking about he's done videos of Colleen Ballinger. He was in James Charles' most recent ad campaign. He has gone to dinners and events with James Charles, made excuses to me on the phone about James Charles. It goes a little bit deeper than that, okay? It's not just him, like, liking a picture on Instagram or something like that. It goes way deeper with these two. They're friends with James Charles. He supported Colleen Ballinger and didn't do his research. He's adding to the narrative that affects negatively the victims. And so that's why I can't continue to support Manny and Mua. But I wanted to hear what he had to say about drama channels because for years, Manny and Laura have dissed the shit out of drama channels, okay? And I've said a lot of shit about drama channels. Well, I've been knowing that he's talking to drama channels left and right. In fact, his video with Spill Sesh, where she comes out and does this face reveal, that didn't surprise me. It surprised me that she thought that was a good idea, because as a drama commentary channel, those years have gone by, okay? Like I said in my video yesterday, and I'll say it again, because Manny and Laura, I know y'all are watching this video, and so you'll get this news to Jaclyn Hill. I said this in my video yesterday, okay? I was going through old, like, receipts that I have from my phone from, like, years ago, and I saw where, because we're going to bring her up, Sam here for the tea, she and Jaclyn had this back and forth, okay? Because Sam was doing this extensive research into Jaclyn Hill. She was. Her research person had, I think at the time, like 10 or 20 notebooks filled. And those notebooks still exist, and I know where they are. Where she had gone through, the research assistant had gone through, and friend of Sam's, had gone through each video of Jaclyn Hill's from her inception to the end and caught Jaclyn Hill and all the lies that she had said through the years. It would have been a catastrophic video, okay, for Jaclyn Hill. It would have been career ruining for Jaclyn Hill. Well, what happened was that video decided to not be made, okay? Well, at that time, Jaclyn Hill said something online to Sam like, well, I'll fly you first class to Tampa and you can interview me about all these lies that you think I have, right? Well, Sam didn't respond. I tweeted out, interview with a question mark, okay? In support of Sam. The way that it was perceived online was that I was trying to get the interview with Jaclyn Hill. I wasn't at all. But I've got the DMs to prove that because Jaclyn reached out to me and she said, if Sam doesn't want to do the interview, I'll do the interview with you, okay? And I said, no, Sam is the one that's been researching this. Let Sam have the interview, okay? At that point, I wasn't following Jaclyn Hill that closely, okay? And also because I didn't want a bunch of people pissed at me for doing this interview that Sam had like wanted to do and things like that. I even talked to Sam about it on the phone. Sam's like, I can fly myself down to Tampa if Jaclyn Hill really wants to do this interview. Well, apparently Sam never responded to Jaclyn or whatever. And Jaclyn said to me, she was like, she never responded to me. So if you want to do the interview, and she said, I'll fly you down here. I said, no, I can fly myself if you want. But I said, no, let her do the interview. I declined the interview at that time. But if that interview is still on board, Jaclyn, I've got a lot to ask you, okay? That was among the DMs where you talked to me about how nice I was. See, they're always on our side when we're not calling them out on shit, right? What a nice guy I am. I mean, I have the DMs to prove what you said to me. I'm such a nice guy. I've always been supportive of you. Well, that was until I saw the truth, right? I still like you, Jaclyn. I still think that, you know, you're an okay gal and whatever. And it seems to me like you have a fun life. And I'm think that you have a nice relationship with Jordan and stuff like that. I just wish you would disclose appropriately and you quit lying about things, right? And then just maybe address some of those things and you wouldn't have to continue to lie. But if you want to do that interview, that sit-down interview that you offered me, I think it was in 2020 or 2021, I will happily fly myself out. I can pay for first class myself. I would happily fly myself out to LA and sit down and do that interview. Now, I don't edit my videos, so that will be an unedited video, okay? So you don't even need to ask for first or last rights on that because when the camera starts rolling and the camera stops rolling, whatever's in between will be what I post. Okay? Now, you offered me that interview 4 years ago. Does that interview still stand? Okay? Because I would love to do that interview. In fact, that interview, I would do that interview with anybody. I would do that interview with Shane Dawson. I would do that interview with James Charles. I would do that interview with Manny Mua. I asked Manny Mua and Laura Lee back in the day. I said, do you guys want to do an interview about Dramageddon? No, we're trying to stay out of the drama. You're trying to stay out of the drama, now you have a drama channel, okay? And I came to you and I asked you to do that interview. That was after you had promised Sam that you would do her face reveal with her, and then you turned around and you did the face reveal with Spill Sesh. What was interesting to me, okay, and I remember that because I was friends with Sam for a very, very long time, okay? And that was the video that she was waiting for, that she waited her entire career to do the face reveal with you, Manny. You were going to do her makeup and then turn her around, and it was going to be her face reveal. Remember? And then you ended up doing it with Spill Sesh. So I guess that friendship wasn't very important to you anyway. Well, at one point, Sam was so pissed because she had your back and had your side and knew your secrets and knew a lot of your secrets, which a lot of us still know because we've kept those things secrets for years. Secrets that are inside knowledge to drama channels that we now all know because you pissed off Sam, the wrong person, okay? And at that time, what she was so pissed about was because she had your back for years, and when your palette came out with Morphe, there was one name that was listed off the launch party, and that was Sam, here for the tea, okay? Somebody that you considered, or she considered at least, you, one of her closest friends, all right? And you left her name off of that. She unfollowed you off of all social media. She and her closest friend at the time, that is also one of my dearest friends, we talked to Sam and encouraged her to befriend you again. She was ready to expose all your secrets, Manny. She was ready to sing like a bird. She was going to make a video and she was going to let everything come out, okay? And we were like, don't do that. You and Manny have been friends for a long time. You know, because you said to her, how could I possibly invite you to my Morphe party when you've talked about Morphe in videos? When she told the truth about Morphe, but you couldn't invite your closest, that's what you called her. That's what she called you, friend at the time. You couldn't do that, right? Okay, but then you turn around and you do this video with Spill Sesh, and you do this interview where you're talking about how you have a lot of drama channels that reach out to you. And now you're a drama channel, okay? What you are is a fraud, is what you are, okay? You and Laura are frauds, and you for years came for drama channels. You tried to manipulate drama channels. You wouldn't address drama channels when we directly came to you and asked you for interviews and asked you. Now you want to come out and do piss poor interview research when you've called us out in the past. You've called out drama channels and said, we didn't do our research. We got things wrong. Now you're sitting in videos talking about Colleen Ballinger that has predatory allegations with victims and there's actual evidence. and you just delete a whole video where you address it and look like fools on your full podcast, and you don't ever feel like the need to address it. But in the past, you led the brigade against drama channels not addressing these things, right? And now, you're a drama channel? Give me a break. Give me a break. I mean, seriously? I mean, it's ridiculous to me, if you want to know the truth. It's ridiculous to me. And so, here you are. I mean, you're getting a lot better views than some drama channels are. I mean, you're getting, it's over for Blake Lively, 90,000 views. Mr. Beast just got exposed and it's bad, 87,000 views. You know what? We should go over and look. We should go over and look and see what your makeup videos are doing, because the last time I looked, actually Laura was getting better views than Manny was. Here it is, Manny hasn't posted a video in 12 days. Is he on another reality show? Judging new makeup releases, Baby What's Going On, 75,000 views. I bought and tested the most viral TikTok makeup. Oh, those are kind of James Charles makeup videos. 117,000 views. Major living room makeover, 51,000 views. So you're getting, I mean, the makeup ones, you're still getting 100 to 120,000 views. Your drama channel is getting you 80,000 views. Now, I think Laura Lee, when I looked last, she was getting pretty good video. I think she was getting better views on her videos than you were. Hold on a second. Let's see. Laura Lee, what is it? Okay, Laura Lee, y'all don't post very often. 8 days ago, 89,000 views. Oh no, 52,000 views 2 weeks ago. 155,000 views. That was pretty good. Biggest PR unboxing ever. Let's go on a Marshall shopping spree. 150,000. She is getting good views. 173,000 views. 146,000 views. 117,000 views. I'm just getting better views than Raw Beauty Christie. And Laura Lee has the worst apology out there ever. I don't know. That's another missed opportunity. If it were for me, I mean, all these years have gone by, I would put full, I would full picture, put that crying face of myself if I were Laura Lee on a hoodie, a gray hoodie, and I would sell the shit out of that. I would buy one of those, Laura. I would buy it and wear it on video if you put that merch out. I think that would be genius. But they're drama channels now. Laura and Manny are drama channels. Well, welcome to the community. Welcome to the community. Now, there's a little secret to the community, of the drama community, that you don't know of us OG drama channels that have been around there from about 2016, 2017. Now, there's newer drama commentary channels that want to come out and they want to just erase those years, and they want to say there was nobody covering drama at that time, but they wouldn't exist if it wasn't for us. Like, they can walk now because, you know, we crawled back in the day for them, but they wouldn't exist if it wasn't for us that were around from 2016, 2017, 2018, actually covering that drama back in the day. But there is kind of a little bit of a, there's some things you have to go through when you're a new drama channel. So I just want to let y'all know that, Laura and Manny, okay? So when it comes your way, you'll know this is just you being, you know, introduced to the drama community, and you'll know this is your welcome gift to the drama community. So when that comes your way, all the other OG drama channels are out there that are like, yep, it's called Getting Eaten Alive online. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section below. I love you guys so much, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.